Hi guys, welcome back to another Ascension reading. As you guys already know by now, these messages are designed for those of you in the mission-based community, which basically is a term I use to refer to those of you who have a contract for service to others in your soul contract. Whether or not you're aware of what that service looks like in the non-physical is irrelevant, because you are multidimensional beings, and so you are carrying out so many different duties, so many different tasks, and they're all labors of love. So thank you so much for your service, capital S. If you'd like to work more personally with me on personal stuff relating to just regular life issues, or if you'd like to work on star seedy, lightworkery, missiony stuff, whether it's details or any type of energetic work, you know exactly where to find me. You can check all of my details on Etsy. Now, if you haven't had a chance to check out the reading that we just put out, please go ahead and take a look. It was talking a lot. I was a little bit all over the place, but you know, sometimes sometimes just getting the frequencies there could be a little bit much. But the whole point of that message was to remind you that the better integrated you are down here, the better integrated you are, the better of a conduit you can be down here for the collective. Now, just quickly reminding you, when you have, well, I feel like, okay, I'm going to use the word starseeds because I felt that they kind of called that group out, but please, 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 if you follow my channel, do not get lost on the words. We don't care about the labels. Labels are just for the conscious mind to grasp things and to identify books on shelves and which videos to watch. But please understand the reality of it is it's all energy, okay? But let's look at the term star seeds. The idea is that you've been planted here, right? And so what is happening is that you've come in with a higher level of frequency. You have higher level access to certain parts of your being. A lot of you have certain attunements and activations and initiations under your belt that give you pretty much key access to certain things, whether it's building worlds down here, controlling time, whether it's working as light body surgeons or surgeons on any of the energetic spheres, whether it's moving through universes. There are so many of you who have all sorts of things. Yes, someone's like, remote viewing? Yes, including remote viewing. Yes, including everything. Just remember that these are not strange things. They're just strange to those who have been conditioned and still are within the mainstream media, which is a very limited place to be. And the whole point here is going back to the conversation with being planted here. Oh, yes, and a quick reminder, a lot of you guys, thank you in particular, are working on ley lines. We need you. Call your mother, your brother, your sister, as long as they have the qualifications, of course. We need you. Where are geopathic stress people? We need you to help us out here, okay? But anyway, there are a lot of you doing all sorts of stuff, making jewelry with frequencies in it, all sorts of things. Some of you are even working covertly, okay? And that sounds strange, but it's not. But anyway, the point I'm trying to say is, no matter who you are and what it is that you're coming down here to do, whether or not you are aware of it at the conscious mind level is irrelevant. Everybody who is within this community has the ability to access higher frequencies. And because of that, you're very, very golden. It's interesting that they're saying golden. You're very, very golden in the sense that you can accommodate these higher frequencies, and you are like a conductor, or not conductor, no, conduit, excuse me. You're a conduit. So once you do your best to get grounded here and plant into the earth, the energetic grids here on earth, when you're integrated, you're more healthy, you're more whole as you can be. That's why you want to keep doing your shadow work. You want to keep doing your soul retrievals. A lot of you in this community have a lot of off-planet, they're saying crystals, but when I said crystals, I was meaning to say off-planet aspects of yourself that need to be called back into congruence with you so that you can be stronger. It's more whole and one, 4 minutes, 44 seconds. And that's what we're doing in a fractal way. You're bringing yourself together, you're collecting yourself, becoming stronger, and allowing these higher frequencies that you can accommodate in your being that many others cannot. that it would drive them crazy or give them lots of health issues and all sorts of stuff because their body's not able to handle it. You're bringing it in and you're grounding it so that they can flow from above in the frequencies down to here on earth. And what that does is it channels all sorts of stuff, information right into the earth, healing energies, so much. And so that's why, not to go into it too much, but that's why you really have to be mindful of your energetic self-care, because you're a hot commodity. It's like being on the field. Like if somebody sees that you have the ball, they're going to want to tackle you so that you get off your base. All right. Anyway, moving on, let me think about where they want to go with that. But I just wanted to make sure I got that out to you guys. So long story short, do your soul retrievals, do your integration work. Also, I was just referring this to somebody the other day, but if you follow Diana Cooper, I believe I've mentioned her on this channel before, but Diana Cooper is amazing. She does a lot of awesome work, but she just did a Pleiadian transmission recently, which featured something that I was really excited about, which is calling back your 12 aspects. You can go on her channel to find out more about that. But these are all great things to do. A lot of you do shamanic work, or you know shamans. Maybe they can assist you with the soul retrieval. But from what I'm getting here, the guys are saying a lot of you are getting a post work kind of detail, in the sense like, oh hey, we did that for you already. So yay, thank you, spirit teams. Remember, everybody on their spirit team is part of their spirit team. You have a very, very advanced set of medical professionals. Yes, I mean medical professionals. You literally have a med team, and they are well versed in modalities, all the modalities here on earth, as well as off-planet modalities that haven't even made their way here yet. So please trust that you're in good hands. I got my glasses on because that card is gonna. Oh, I love that. Yes, this is exactly looking like the card that was over here. It's gone now, but it was the Fool card, but in the background there was something approaching. Now, the reason why I feel that they're telling you guys this in the last video and then this video, and forgive me if I'm rambling a bit, but you know, it is what it is right now, is because there's going to be I'm trying, look at my conscious mind. I'm trying to clean up the language here. Not clean up the language. I'm trying to, let me see how I could better say that. Okay. Not that I want to censor the messages, but I understand that I'm speaking to human minds. So human minds, well, if I'm going to give you the disclaimer, I'm speaking to you guys, listening with your 3D mind, but remember that I'm also talking to your multidimensional self. So a lot of you will understand it, and a lot of you will also understand that even if you don't understand it at the 3D level, it doesn't matter. You just let the message come in, and your job at the 3D level is not to get into hysterics or drama or fear or this and that, and I gotta do, right? So that being said, the message coming through is that there's going to be a large-scale attack, and I don't know why this feels like outside of the atmosphere, like out of the planet, but it may not be. I'm not sure. I'm just giving the message. And the idea behind this is that from that attack, I feel like some type of explosion or something. I'm just seeing like the fallout. You know, if you see like, and what comes with that wave, that's it, the wave, thank you. It's interesting. The guides told me a few days ago there's going to be a wave coming. All right, so this is it. An energetic wave. And we see this here, if this is you over here. See this coming, approaching here? So, oh, that makes sense. So if wherever that energetic attack is, on whatever level of the field, in whatever geographic space, on planet, off planet, it doesn't matter at this point for this collective reading, but your job is to help bolster the field when that energy comes forward. This thing, so you're going to be able to react, and I see some of you like grabbing I don't want to say souls, but fragments. Now, interestingly, last year, I don't know, maybe mid-year, I always write down in my planner when things just get dropped in my consciousness. I'm like, okay, all write that? I don't know what it means, or I don't, okay, sure. And I'm sure it'll make sense at some point, because we don't need to question at the 3D level everything, right? It makes sense when it makes sense. And sometimes the message wasn't even for my 3D mind. It was for another part of me. But they said that one of my mission, like part of my mission, is to collect souls. And I was like, what? That sounds weird, because I'm not feeling really reapery. I don't feel like I carry that vibe. You can kind of tell that in somebody's energy field when you meet them. And that's not it. What I do is I assist people or beings, right? I assist, and specifically those in this community, with collecting themselves. And you find me, and then I assist you energetically, and of course through talking and whatnot, but energetically I assist you in bringing that into self and into congruence. Now here's the thing, for the past few months, remember the guides have been talking about, since October, the guides have been talking about people needing to be ready in the next few months. Yeah, that's right. You can see I write this down, but I forget it. Yes, that's right. Be ready in the next few months, because, and I didn't mention this at that time, and I'm making the connection here, there's going to be like an assault. Now, when I say assault, oh my, great, now all algorithms, right? But when I football assault, right? When I say that, I mean from the light side. Let's put it that way. They're going to launch their stuff. So we're going to see fighting in the non-physical and etherics in whatever way that is going to show up. Now, and it makes sense, because that's why we're here. We're here to flip the planet. We're here to move it so that it can come back into balance, and we can collect people's consciousnesses, assist them with bringing themselves together. And you do that, of course, through all of our body work, our energetic works, our healing, various healing modalities, too many to count. And many of you are waking up right now, bringing online all sorts of new modalities, and you're not even just doing one anymore. You're doing multiple stuff that you're aware at the conscious mind level. And you may even find it difficult to explain to other people what you're doing, because it's so multifaceted. All of you are going to be all hands on deck. And I feel that this is going to be ultimately a positive movement towards what it is that we're trying to do, right? So long story short, I hope that makes sense to a lot of you. The point is to get yourself together so that you can, and to get yourself together, literally, do your shadow work, your soul retrieval. I'm getting, for some of you, you may be asked to watch the diet. So if you've been getting dietary advice, getting off dairy, things like that, please remember to follow that advice. If you need to reach out to a medical intuitive, there are people who are energetic nutritionists. They know how to assist with that, because they're not just helping you with your physical body nutrition, which we know is just a carbon copy of what's going on in the non-physical anatomy. So call in these people to assist you. Notice they said call in, like literally medical team, hey, like just right now. So, hey, medical teams of all the people hearing, they're like, yeah, we know, right? Could you please provide us with all the people and whatever that we need in the physical, and please direct us to find those people. Also remember that not everything that you have to get done by anybody in this field has to be $10 million. You should not be always having to pay $10,000 just to get your assistance, right? So please be mindful that those kinds of prices don't put you off. Also, remember, prayer / asking for what you need is always possible, and it should always be the first thing that needs to be done. Now, some of you, if you have religious programming, you're going to have an idea of what that looks like. Some of you who do ancestral stuff, you have an idea of what that looks like. But I assure you, regardless of what kind of programming or ideology you have, or process you have, you can always come back to the basics of just asking. Like, help me out. Because your higher self already knows what you need, and so does your spirit team. You're just giving them permission. Especially, always remember, if something comes to your mindset in this physical world, it's already happened in your non-physical sphere. So you're not doing anything new that your team is going to be like, oh, she wants this now. No, they knew you wanted that, and they were just waiting for you to notice it in the non-physical.